Okay, so the definition of a master manipulator from www.psychologytoday.com states, when someone habitually responds to such stimuli by deceiving and using others, that person may gain the reputation of being a master manipulator. Being under stress from a personality disorder does not excuse bad behavior. Why do I feel like this was like written based on based on the opinion of the social media community of Gabbie Hanna? Like that's very very accurate. Now let's go and find another definition. Master manipulator from Urban Dictionary. These are villains, expert in manipulating events and people alike to serve their own schemes. They rarely show themselves directly to their enemies, as they prefer to manipulate behind the scenes. Does that sound familiar? Like with the Trisha Paytas situation? I don't know if you would call that manipulating though, because from what Gabbie says, you know, she heard it from Shane Dawson, who then told Gabbie, and then Gabbie felt like it was her duty to tell Jason Nash because he was a good friend of hers. We can speculate on whether they're actually good friends, close friends, whatever. Kind of makes sense because they were in the vlog squad together, but I believe that this happened after she left. Anyway, just some speculation. Continuing. Unless they are certain of their superiority. So they hide unless they're certain of their superiority. Also sounds kind of familiar. Sociopaths and psychopaths tend to be and are likely master manipulators. And it says, just, you know how Urban Dictionary puts it in a sentence, it says, the work of a master manipulator, he tricked us all and got us good. No way he can be this intense. It looks like that's it. Okay, well, I have a note to make then. I feel like a lot of manipulative people don't actually know that they're being manipulative. I have somebody that I deal with in my personal life that I'm not going to say who it is, and I believe that they are definitely a covert manipulator in the way that they don't know sometimes what they're doing or saying, I guess, is towards a specific objective. For example, you'll have a conversation with them, and if you have a problem with that conversation, this is what specifically happened to me. When I had an issue with the conversation that we were having, oh, my nose is itchy. Okay. When I had an issue with the conversation that we were having and I talked to this person about it, they conveniently forgot all of the parts of the conversation where they were in the wrong and only remembered the parts where they believed I was overreacting, which I don't feel like I was overreacting. I feel like I was completely valid. But then again, there's your side, there's their side, and then there's the truth. It's somewhere in the middle, I suppose. However, they were completely adamant that they were 100% right. I was not completely adamant that I was 100% right in everything that I said and did during that conversation that we were talking about, that I had the issue with. But I feel like there's a lot of people out there like that, and I believe that Gabbie Hanna is one of them. That doesn't make her an awful person, even though she has done some awful things. For example, getting mad at quote-unquote drama channels when it came to the situation with the girl that had passed away. Now, I don't remember if this girl had self-deleted. I don't remember if she was removed from this earth by another person, or if it was a complete accident. I don't remember which it was, but Gabbie, if you look on her channel, you can actually see that she still has the video up where she was yelling at drama channels about not respecting the wishes of the mother. And then Angelica Oles specifically reached out to the mother, and the mother discredited everything that Gabbie had said. Now, Angelica didn't put the screenshots up, but I personally believe her. It just sounds like she's telling the truth. You can go and check out the video yourself. But if you look at the video that Gabbie posted regarding that situation, she was very, very, very adamant. Like, she feels like she is 100% correct in this situation. So it honestly just feels like she is one of those people that just doesn't know, or she doesn't see that what she's doing is wrong. Another example, the Kenza Cosmetics situation, where plenty of creators, including Tana Mojo, who's another problematic influencer at this point, she promoted those brushes saying that they were really high quality and that all you have to do is pay $10 shipping. Then when she came under fire, she made a video stating that she tried the brushes and that they seemed to be $1 per brush quality. And that, quote unquote, you pay for what you get, essentially. My nose is itchy again. I don't know why, but it's always like this nostril that's like itchy. Anyway, that was what she focused on. Yet in some of the comments that I read, some people were saying that in certain parts of the world, the shipping wasn't $10, it was like $30 or something along those lines. And some people bought it specifically just because she promoted it, which of course, if you're an influencer, this is what you're going to do. You're going to influence people to do things such as buying, or mostly buying, because you get brand deals and that kind and stuff like that. So the more people you get to purchase things that you're promoting, the more, I guess, the more credibility you get when it comes to your business ventures, right? Because at the end of the day, what is business about? It's about money, if we're being completely honest. Money makes the world go round, haha. So even looking at those situations, it feels like she completely missed the mark in terms of what was actually bothering people. For example, this whole Jessie Smile situation that is going on right now. She is completely missing the mark. There are several discrepancies in what she's saying. And overall, from what I see, Gabbie is, maybe not her mantra, but like she says it enough where you could say that it's a mantra, is she likes to keep things off of social media, right? Or at least the pattern that she has shown, except for the rice gum situation, which personally, I feel like even though she used the word hit and a lot of people were stuck on that, she was assaulted. Like at the end of the day, like somebody did violently grab her phone from her hands and destroy it. So I personally feel like that is assault. Except for that situation, from what I can remember, she, at least on YouTube, okay, because I don't follow her on Twitter or anything like that, at least on YouTube, she has been reactionary. And from what I've seen and what I've heard, there's a lot of times where she will start a situation, but not on YouTube. Like she will talk about it on Snapchat or Discord, which I don't have, or Twitter, which I barely use. Snapchat I barely use as well. So I feel like I don't have the full context. I'm just speaking on what I see as a viewer of YouTube who used to very much enjoy Gabbie Hanna's old story times, and I think I still do. Like I still enjoy watching her old story times, like for example, her Psycho Nutritionist. And if we're being completely honest, as an audience, what is it that we're looking for? We're looking for entertainment. We're not necessarily looking for truth. Until it's a situation like this where somebody has been in so much drama that you just kind of don't really believe what they're saying or what they're doing because of it. And because there's so much, it's very hard to go in and take a detailed look at what is going on in that situation. So with the Jessie Smiles and GABBIE HANNA situation, I just don't think that anybody believes what GABBIE HANNA is saying, because one, she didn't bring it to the internet truthfully and honestly in a way that we could digest. And the reason I say that is because the videos that she's posted recently where she's exposing people, it just seems like they don't hit the spot in terms of us believing what she's saying. Because a lot of it is she'll type out little sentences on a black screen and she won't say it herself. So in that situation, you know, what is the saying? 99% of communication is nonverbal. So when you take away your face from something like that, or you're not facing the camera directly and you're not speaking directly to the camera, when you look at all of these apology videos, for example, people are always looking directly in the camera. They're being super somber and they're like, you know what? I'm so sorry for what I did. Like, you know what I mean? And GABBIE doesn't do that, you know? Maybe it's because she's high in her videos, because, you know, she does have a blunt or a spliff in her hands in some of her videos, and she goes off on a lot of tangents. It just kind of seems like she's not taking it seriously. And I feel like that lends to her being maybe more mentally ill than what people think. It definitely doesn't excuse her behavior, but I feel strongly that if somebody is asking for help, if somebody needs help, which GABBIE HANNA has openly, like, she's openly been like, you know, I'm mentally ill, this and that. The whole situation with Escape the Nightmare with Joy Graceffa and Daniel, where she was saying that, you know, I told you this would happen if I didn't have my specific meals, and she didn't fill out her form in order to receive those meals. That was 100% her fault. 100%. You cannot say, okay, well, you know what, I'm diabetic and I can't have a certain amount of sugar, so please make sure that all of the food in your house is sugar-free or has a very minimal amount of sugar. But then you, as the adult person, go into their fridge and you eat all of their food, and then you have to get rushed to the hospital. That's not their fault, it's yours, because you are the person that is dealing with that. You are the person that probably knows the most about taking care of yourself, because you are the person that has it. So this is a little bit more personal. I have issues with depression and anxiety. And because of that, I know that it's something that I have to deal with. And I do communicate how I feel, and whether I'm going through mood swings or whatever, what have you, I do communicate it, but I don't expect the people around me to consistently and perfectly adhere to what I need when I am going through something. And that's just life. As an adult, nobody, or not everybody, is going to listen to you and adhere to your boundaries the way that you want them to. That is just being an adult. It's just being an adult. Going back to the Jessie Smiles situation, which I went off on a long tangent for, sorry. That whole situation, from what I can see, the reason why people believe Jessie over GABBIE is, one, she, or GABBIE, never completely actually responded to the evidence, since she likes evidence so much, that she openly supported Curtis Lepore, who was Jessie's assaulter, I will say. And from that whole situation, Jessie, when she made her video, GABBIE HANNA needs to be stopped. I know that when I watched it, I was very, very confused. The video came off. It kind of just seemed like it came out of nowhere, because again, I wasn't keeping track of like I wasn't keeping track of everything that Gabbie Hanna tweeted. I was not a huge Vine follower, so maybe this is why all of this is lost on me, but it just seemed like it came out of nowhere. And Jessie saying that she got bullied off of the platform, both her and Gabbie Hanna agree that, you know, she wasn't well liked on that app for different reasons. It seems like Jessie says that the reason why she was bullied off of Vine is because she came forward about Curtis Lepore and the assault, whereas Gabbie says that Jessie used to be very much of a mean girl. And in her video, she played one clip where I believe it was from her first ever YouTube video, which is still up. I think it's still up. It had Jessie in the background saying, "Oh damn, like I didn't know that." Did she say Bryce Hall? I think she said, "Oh my god, I can't believe Bryce Hall has more followers than me," when Jessie has maintained for a long time that she doesn't care about followers. Now, it sounds like it's probably just a joke, because a lot of the more out there things that Jessie says or talks about is usually said in a joking manner. Like, she's usually speaking like this, and then she goes from this to, oh, you know, like, I don't know, like, oh my god, Bryce Hall has more. Like, it's almost a Miranda Sings kind of voice. Since Jessie's the one that came out and told her story first, typically people are going to believe the person that comes forward first. They're not going to believe the person that comes forward second or third or fourth unless they have undeniable proof. And even when they do have undeniable proof, it's not viewed the same way as when the person who came out first and told a story is. So I think that we as an entire community, because yes, I consider myself part of the YouTube community, because I make videos and I talk about certain topics, I think that we as a community owe it to everybody that is in this community to look at the situation more objectively and look at her actions as separate from each other when they are separate from each other. For example, you should not hate Gabbie for what happened in the rice gum situation now in present day. That should not be your reason why you hate her or why you dislike her or why you critique her. The reasons why people in general should be critiquing her is based on her actions, the things that she says, the things that she does. It shouldn't be because they're a stan of one person, and even if that person is in the wrong, they go against her and they throw her a lot of hate, which I also completely disagree with. You should not be going after her family members if that has happened, because Gabbie has lied before. She stated that her family members have been harassed and people that support her have been harassed. If this is truly happening, this should not be happening, because at the end of the day, everybody has a voice. But just because you have a voice doesn't mean that you have to use it if you don't have something significant to add to the conversation. And those are my 2 cents about it. That's why I believe that Gabbie Hanna is an accidental master manipulator. Even though she did do the things that she did, she is accountable for those things. I just don't think that she fully grasps or realizes or connects with the reasons why people are critiquing her and people are upset at her. I think that she just believes that all of this is just something that's created by a group of people to attack her, when in reality, it's not. There are some situations where she has been treated unfairly, but at the end of the day, it's only some situations. It's not every situation that she's been in. She has committed wrong and she needs to be held accountable for that. And that's all I wanted to say about that. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. If you have, I'm going to try and make sure that there aren't a ton of cuts in this video, because I want it to be as raw as possible and Let me know what you think in the comments, if you think that I am just talking bare crap or if you think that there are some valid points in this video and you resonate with some of them possibly. If you like this video, give it a like. If you have something to say, again, share your thoughts in the comments down below. And my Instagram is the same. It's literally the same name as my YouTube channel, so you can go look there if you want. I don't post a lot on there, but my stories are always, I think, entertaining. I think they're a little entertaining, but we'll see. Thank you, and have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, brunch, lunch, dinner, whatever it is you're doing. I hope you have a great time doing it. Bye.